Part 5. Please remember, Job told us the Raphaim are created under the deep. And my God told us, among other scripture, he brought the Syrians from out of the deep. So there must have been Syrians in the deep to begin with, right? Allow me to tell you a story I know Mr. Hayes is going to hate. See, I used to love a group called the Tom Tom Club way back in 1983. I had all of their albums. Well, yesterday I was looking on YouTube and came across a song I hadn't heard from them in over 20 years. The amazing part is, all of this time, and as much as I jammed on this song, my God allowed me to hear and understand the words for the very first time. Check it out. The song is entitled Sub-Oceana, which is Suboceana, and it has a real funky beat. It's like doo-doom, doo-doom, doom-doom, 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 doom-doom. All right, check it out. It says, let's go sub-oceana to the place where fish sleep, down, deep down under, and rock with the Dream King. He says, trust me, just trust me. I live in your mind. I'll be your dream master. All of us know this. We're going inside. This is your life after. And then it goes to the bridge. Boom, boom, cha-boom, boom, blah, 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 blah. And then it says this. Here's the next one. Put your face in my hands now as the water washes us down. The pressure of your body solid, making love without a sound. We see white sheets of light that prickle the skin. Colors extend, moving out from within. If this is creation, let's do it again. Let's stay down under, way, way, way down deep. And then it goes to the bridge again. All right? Then it comes back and says this. Generations in a picture lay their heads down to sleep, forgetting sin to remember, way, way, way down deep. They say, we are your future from out of your past. We'll be here tomorrow. Pick up the pieces as fragile as glass. We will hear your sorrow. Babies are born, they accept the bizarre, moving beyond life in a jar. Let's stay down under, way, way, way down deep. Example. Now, I don't know about you, but this song is telling us how the Raphaim are created under the sea. And the part that says, white sheets of light that prickle the skin, colors extend, moving out from within. If this is creation, let's do it again. It's all I needed to hear. Notice it says colors moving out from within, meaning giving their seed for the most part, just like passing through the fire, understanding. And the whole future from the past stuff is a dead giveaway as well. That brings me to something I really wanted to say during the passing through the fire discovery. According to Google, statistics cite that over 800,000 children go missing each year, every year. That is over 2,000 a day, every day. Ladies and gentlemen, am I the only person to realize, no matter how sick, demented, or freaky the world can be, supply and demand dictates. Supply and demand dictates. There is no way the world's appetite for destruction can handle 2,000 new children each and every day. There would be a backlog, etc. No, ladies and gentlemen, these children are not on top of the earth at all. These children are being passed through the fire to Moloch, for sure. Maybe this is one of the reasons why some of the monsters and giants will be able to live. Their condition is not their fault. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm just saying. But let's continue with our flood discovery, shall we? Please turn to Genesis 8 and 3, please. Quote, and the water subsided and went off the earth. Example, surely we know the water that was supposed to recede back into the deep, leaving the earth, leaving the oceans, etc. That's what happened. Surely we know the water just receded back into the deep, leaving the oceans. But as you can see, the water destruction was on top of the earth. Now dance a jig down to verse 13 through 14. You ready? Quote, and it came to pass in the 601st year of the life of Noah, in the first month, on the first day of the month, the water subsided from off the earth, and Noah opened the covering of the ark which he had made, and he saw that the water had subsided from the face of the earth. And in the second month, the earth was dry on the 27th day of the month. Example. So as you can see, my God is going out of his way to give you hence only the face of the earth, and dry land was affected, not those hiding elsewhere. This is why there were giants and mankind after the flood. And to prove the understanding that just came out of my mouth, flow on over to chapter 9, 18 through 19 before we get to our tower understanding. Please remember, these are congruent events. So far, a fascinating, never-ending story once you are given the code. Check this out. Verse 18 through 19. Quote, now the sons of Noah which came out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan. These three are the sons of Noah, comma, of these, which is Ham, Shem, Japheth, and maybe Canaan. These three are the sons of Noah, comma, of these were men scattered over all the earth. Example, bingo, for two reasons. The first is the obvious. Confirmation the Gentiles were already in play. They had to come from somewhere, and if we take in consideration, it says men were scattered all over all the earth, that would include inside the earth as well. But even if you don't get with that understanding, these are congruent events. The Gentiles are already in play, and Noah's seed started their process of being scattered across the globe. Notice I said started their process. I said it like that because, as we will soon see, this one line was only an anti-jamming verse activated to make sure we stay on point and not go jumping around. See, obviously logistically, this scattering took time. I don't think they had U-Hauls back then. Saying and understanding that, we have already gone over the bulk of Genesis 10 before. You know, discovering how once the Gentiles were scattered, the islands of the Gentiles were divided by the seed of Japheth in Genesis 10 and 5, and how the boundaries of Canaan were located in Genesis 10 and 19, and the dwellings of Shem was from Masi till one comes to Saphara, a mountain in the east. We also found out in verse 32. Well, let's continue there. From there, quote, these are the tribes of the sons of Noah, according to their generation, according to their nations. Of them were the islands of the Gentiles scattered over the earth after the flood. Example. So as you can see thus far, ladies and gentlemen, whatever doctrine you put forth must have the Gentiles already on the scene. Before we break this down, according to Bible study tools under Earth, E-A-R-T-H, quote, the term is used in two widely different senses. One, for the material of which the Earth's surface is composed. Two, as the name of the planet on which man dwells. The Hebrew language discriminates between these two by the use of separate terms, A-D-A-M-A-H for the former, E-R-E-T-S for the latter. The E-R-T-S is applied in a more or less extended sense. One, to the whole earth. 2, to land as opposed to sea. 3, to a country. 4, to a plot of ground. Example, there are 3 other words, APHARGE and OIKOUMENE, that are some subcontext from the word ERTS. So as you can see, you must do more than just read and study obscure books. Why? To get the full understanding of common synonymous words that are used by my God to trip up those who shouldn't know in the first place. Little Queen, since Little Miss Ivy has her hands full releasing her patented catapults of fiery chaos, look on a map of the world for us and put your finger on the land of Shinar. Okay, now look for the closest major set of islands towards your finger. Question, are the closest islands to the north of your fingers? No, I didn't think so. What about the south of your fingers? Yeah, I know, the ocean, right? What about to the west of your fingers? There are some islands, but they are so long away. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, one more question. Are there some islands to the east of your fingers that are not so far away? Yep, a whole heaping helping of them, aren't they? Actually. Okay, I just wanted to make sure of that. Oh yeah, I got one more vital question, little sister, before I let you go. One more question, and we'll get down to this.